Greetings, New Beginning Church, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I wanted to give you another update on our reopening and regathering plans that myself, our pastoral staff, worship team, and tech teams, and our church board have been working on over the previous months and are continuing to look at as we move forward into the future. On Monday evening, I sat down and we had a meeting with our pastoral staff team and our church board, following a series of a few other meetings with interested and important people to be able to make worship services happen, in order to be able to formulate a plan toward reopening and re-engaging in physical gatherings of our church body. I wanted to share that plan with you, and so I apologize for a little bit of an extra length to the video this particular time, but I wanted to make sure to be able to share all the information and all the pieces that go along with it. We are considering where we are right now to be considered phase 1 of our reopening plan. We currently are engaging in live stream worship. There are children's ministry Zoom calls that are occurring during the traditional Sunday school hour. We've got youth group going on Sunday evening via Zoom, and a bunch of community groups and small groups that are meeting virtually as well. We plan to continue this Sunday, June 21st, with doing that particular worship as our main and sole form of gathering for worship. However, we do want to start to look at ways to begin to gather together and enjoy each other's company and the fellowship that is afforded through that and the encouragement of the community of believers. As such, this Sunday, which is Father's Day and also is the first day of summer, we are going to have from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. following our live stream. We encourage you to come out, bring your car out to the New Beginning Church parking lot, and we're going to be having a Father's Day, first day of summer, snow cone tailgate. What this means is that we've invited a snow cone truck to come and to provide snow cones for any who would come, and we're encouraging you just to sit on the tailgate of your car, your truck, your SUV, bring a couple chairs, a blanket, and to just spend some time outdoors getting to see each other and engage with some sort of conversation and fellowship with one another. Our church building will be closed except for the restrooms to be used if necessary for those who would need to use of the upstairs restrooms. But otherwise, the entirety of the building will be closed. We also encourage you that it is always recommended in public settings by the CDC and other governmental authorities to wear face masks and to practice physical distancing. And so we would tell you that those are recommended practices as well during this time. However, we do realize that to eat a snow cone, you need to take the mask off and those types of things. And as long as we're keeping good physical distancing, no one's going to be policing those particular recommendations. As of Sunday, June 28th, which will be next Sunday, we are planning to move into what we're considering our phase 2 of our reopening. During phase 2, we are going to keep our Sunday morning worship services very similar to the way they've been before. We will continue through live streaming. However, we would say that we are encouraging you to call up someone else within our congregation, or maybe a neighbor that you have wanted to invite to church, and to start to gather in homes together to be able to engage in the worship service, the live streamed worship service. Obviously, this is based on your own comfortability, and we would encourage the use of face masks and the use of physical distancing to help limit the spread of any disease. However, we think this is a great way for us to step into community together, realizing that these smaller home groups really are powerful groups to be able to engage in worship, but also grow in discipleship. In addition to that, on Sunday morning, starting on June 28th, we are going to be starting a Sunday evening outdoor worship gathering on our church property, weather permitting. As long as weather allows us to, we are planning to do a worship gathering Sunday evenings at 5:30 p.m. It'll be just about an hour long, including acoustic worship, and we'll have vocals. We'll have a sound system up there, very simple sound system to be able to make sure that people can spread out as best they possibly can. And that service will take place up on that grassy part of the hill above the parking lot. You can get up to there from the parking lot using the stairs by where the church building is, or for those who would be unable to do the stairs because of mobility issues, there's a way on the other side of the parking lot that you can drive right up and be able to walk straight over. It's a bring your own chair, bring your own blanket, bring your own picnic basket, bring your own whatever type of situation so that you can partake of the service, but it's going to be a great opportunity for us to start to worship together outdoors and to be able to engage in that Sunday evening worship. I'm really excited about this opportunity. I think it could be a great way for our church to engage in worship, especially during these nice summer months. As we're moving beyond the month of June, we are looking, as we move into August and beyond, to start at that point in time to begin to welcome individuals into our sanctuary during our worship services. In consultation with members of our worship team, our tech team, our pastoral staff, and our church board, the restrictions that currently are just required for Sunday morning worship indoors with the size of our sanctuary, the number of people who call New Beginning home, and the various different ministries and programs that we offer on a Sunday morning, we really feel like we want to wait a little bit longer and be able to do it the right way, so that we can make sure that we don't end up with any issues should there be a spike or other types of things that might occur with the virus. So we're looking at potentially phase 3 and phase 4 toward the August, and then maybe beyond that, so that the goal is that our hope is that by the time we get toward fall, school starting to figure out its way of getting back together and other things, that our prayer and our hope is that we'll be able to get all of our ministries back up, functioning the way that we are discerning that they might need to move forward into the future. Now, I would like to say this before I close, is that all of these plans are held with hands wide open, realizing that this is a very fluid situation. This is a very this is something that by the time this video would get uploaded, there might be things that would come either from governmental authorities, whether things that are within our church body or otherwise, that would cause us to have to rethink and reshape things. So please realize that this is a time that still requires a lot of adaptability, a lot of potential changes that might be coming over the next little bit, and we're going to do our best to be able to get back together as safe as possible and as soon as we possibly can. If you have any questions or concerns, comments, please feel free to reach out to me, either by email, phone, or text. Those are the 3 best ways to get in touch with me these days. And really, my ask of you would be for you to be praying about this. Our desire, from the pastoral staff to the church board to our worship team members to our tech team, is that we would be found faithful in these moments. And so we ask that you would help us to pray toward that end. Thanks, and have a great day.